my god, these lips, like, ugh.
I love them.
I do too. It kind of like sparked like my burnt out feeling, you know what I mean? The lips remind me so much of like when I first started my channel. It makes me so happy. Does it not like remind you of like the good old days? I love it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, what's up? My name is Isabella, and I hope this isn't just going to be the first time you're seeing my face. I would love if you would hit that subscribe button down here and join the Goria gang because it's super cool over here, and I love each and every one of you, and I'm so excited for this video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a review on the new Physicians Formula Butter Collection palette. I have the medium to deep version. I'm super excited about this palette. I have all of my notes that were made by my little assistant sitting over here. So yeah, I have everything written down, and I'm super excited to talk about this palette because I love a good drugstore deal. Even though I have a lot of high-end stuff and I do like a lot of high-end hauls, I do really love drugstore stuff. So if you're excited for this video, give it a big thumbs up and join the Goria gang, and let's go ahead and get into this video so I can have some dimension in my face, some natural blush, and some booming highlights. So the price of this palette, well, like, first of all, where I got this palette, I actually got it on Physicians Formula's website because I knew my Walmart would not have it, and I was like, best bet is probably order online. And I paid $5 for shipping, but it was $14.99 online, which I don't think is bad at all, especially if this is going to be really good, which I'm not doubting it, but I hope it's going to be really good. So yeah, it was $14.99, and you get, oh my gosh, just everything in this is just screams happiness to me. So you get the Butter Bronzer, which is like the first thing that kind of like launched for Physicians Formula, and then you get the Blush and Vintage Rouge, and then you get two limited edition highlighters. One is in the shade Full Moon and one is in Galactic, and you also get a limited edition Butter Paradise, how you say, Eau Toilette. Oh my god, it smells so good. This palette and the whole Physicians Formula brand is cruelty-free, paraben-free, and gluten-free, so that's super cool. Okay, I feel like that's all you really need to know about this palette, other than that these two are limited edition. You can't get these alone, but these two you are able to get alone, and I've only tried one out of the 4 products that are in here, so I feel like everything is going to kind of be a shocker, and I'm hoping that this is the same formula as the original one in the original packaging. Okay, so I currently don't have like any blush, bronzer, contour, highlight on, so we're going to go ahead and dive into this palette. I have all of the brushes that I would normally use, and I wore foundation base, and I powdered my face and concealed with things that I know work with everything, so I'm giving this a really fair shot. So I'm taking my Aesthetica P12 brush, and I'm just going to kind of dip it into the bronzer, and it did pick up a good amount of product, so I'm just going to kind of top some off and apply bronzer where bronzer's needed, which is really everywhere for me. Okay. You can kind of see it right there. Not too much, so I'm going to build it up a little. Okay, I hope you guys can see the difference between this side and this side. It's definitely a lot better than it was before. You probably do need 2 to 3 layers for good dips. I feel like 1 didn't really do it for me, but 3 is like the perfect. And we're going to move to the next side. I've kind of started applying my bronzer and like, you know, like the normal bronzer motion, but then also like tapping it, and so my foundation underneath it doesn't move too much. And not that it moves, because I do set my whole face most of the time just to ensure that it doesn't pick up any product underneath. Okay, I think this looks pretty good so far. Now this is definitely blending and looking just like it would in the regular Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer pan, the full size amount. I don't have any complaints, but I am excited to try the other 3 things in the palette. I am kind of scared to touch the Galactic shade. Ooh, holy pigment. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I was not expecting it to be that like iridescent. Wow. Okay, let's do the highlighter in the shade Full Moon. It's definitely more of like a yellow based goldy highlight. I'm gonna swatch them side by side. Oh my gosh, these are like buttery. Like, yeah, I know that's the name, that's funny, but like these feel so creamy, and it feels like a cream to powder formula. Those feel nice. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the bronzer for you if you have never seen the bronzer before. And this is the medium to dark one. And honestly, it took me about 3 times to build it up. So I don't know if this is going to work on like darker skin than me, which sucks because I would consider myself pretty medium. So I don't know. I feel like they should have definitely made it darker. I feel like this is like light to medium. But let's go ahead and swatch the blush. And this blush is in the shade Vintage Rouge. So that's really pretty. A nice, really like light, subtle, peachy type of color. So here are all of the swatches, and they swatch really well. I do like how they all swatch. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to blush because that's what I would do next. I'm going to use my Morphe E4 angled brush, and it's picking up a lot too, so I'm kind of nervous, but let's go ahead and apply this. I apply my blush in tapping motions, and then I sweep upwards. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, that's really, really pretty. So I'm just tapping this on, like so, and just sweeping it upwards. I prefer lots of blush. I know that's like crazy, but for me naturally I have really red cheeks, so I'm just like, when you add blush, it's like very natural in my opinion. I love blush. I don't leave the house without blush. Like when I'm doing my makeup and stuff, I gotta have blush. People are like, oh, I can go without. I'm like, no, honey, no. I've never tried their blushes before, but looking up close, it looks very good. I mean, not emphasizing texture. It's a really pretty, like, dusty rose type of color. I'm into it. I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna apply the highlighter in Full Moon on one side and then Galactic on the other side. I thought that Galactic was gonna be super glittery and chunky, but once I swatched it, it really wasn't. Like, it's still in my hand. It's super smooth and just super full of pigment. But I feel like Full Moon would probably be more my coloring that I would like, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. There's a little bit more kick up in the pan in this one, but I'll see how it applies.
What? Oh my
Gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh my gosh. Wait, I honestly was not expecting that at all. I didn't even tap it out because I didn't think it would be that pigmented. It's pigmented, yo. Okay. Alright, I wasn't expecting that, so I'm going to go with a lighter hand on the Galactic shade. Okay. Yo! What the heck? Oh my. I hope this is picking up on camera. I mean, I definitely think that the Galactic shade, wow, that's beautiful in that inner corner. The Galactic shade was definitely more glittery and applied a little bit more, like, I don't know. It's definitely not super melted into the skin necessarily. It's definitely sitting on top of the skin. I'm going to go ahead and set my face, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts. So everything's like kind of melted into my skin, but like I was not expecting pigment to be like this wild. Okay, so I have set my face, and I took my beauty blender and kind of pressed everything into my skin like I would usually do so I could give it a fair shot. So here is what my skin is looking after I've done that. This side is definitely way more intense and definitely a little bit more glitterier. Is that a word? I don't know. This one is definitely a little bit more subtle and more of a sheen and really melted into the skin. Although I did press over both of them. But, I don't know. Favorite thing about this was probably the bronzer and the blush. I mean, I really do like the highlights. Like, they're not bad at all. Like, I wouldn't say like they're like terrible highlights. They're definitely not the best highlights I've ever tried. I don't know. This shade is definitely really weird. It's like a purple silver color. It's not ugly though. Like, I would totally wear it again. This shade is really pretty, but it's not as intense as I wanted it to be. So it's definitely not my favorite either. This palette, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Definitely not like halfway, but a little bit more over halfway because the bronzer performed very, very well. And so did the blush, and I really do like this. I liked both of these, but they definitely weren't my favorite. I feel like they could have done a little bit more things to them to make them a little bit more less glittery. You know what I'm saying? I definitely like the concept of this, but one thing that I really do hate is the shade range. I think that was so, like, not nice, like, not worth it. 2, this doesn't close. Like, it's not magnetic and, like, it doesn't, like, fully close. It's like, that's, like, defeats the whole purpose of like wanting to travel with it because it doesn't close all the way. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this video was a little late. This kind of came out like a couple weeks ago, but at least I got around to it, okay? Don't forget to follow me on my other social medias. I'll list them somewhere up here and I'll link them down below. If you want to follow them, all you have to do is go to my description box down below, press it, and it'll take you to the exact link of which social media you would like to add me on. By Instagram, I do a lot of giveaways, Instagram tutorials, things that I know that you guys would like. And yeah, I hope you subscribe and join the Goria gang. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.